I just want to say right off the bat, this video is probably going to show you a different side of me. So if you're not ready to see this side, if you're not ready to see my truth unfold, I feel like I put up a strong front on my YouTube channel because I try to be really positive and really friendly and really happy and really, you know, promoting positivity. And I don't really like to talk about this kind of stuff because I still, like, I almost feel embarrassed that, like, I don't even have control almost over my own mind, because it's like the anxiety sometimes just takes over, and it's honestly just getting worse and worse. And I'm so glad that I'm going to see somebody tomorrow. Like, I really hope that he can help, but like my anxiety is just like, what if he can't fix you? Hey guys, okay, so recently I told you guys that I wanted to make a video about my anxiety, and then I went and actually tried to film a video about it and I couldn't. Hey guys, okay, so for today's video I thought we would talk a little bit about anxiety. Anxiety is something that I feel like everybody deals with, whether it's anxious to fly on a plane or anxious for a new job or whatever it may be. You know, anxious about every little fucking thing in every second of the day. We all experience anxiety. So I think it's important to share, and I think it's important to think about anxiety with less power, because if you think about it as something that's crippling, it will cripple you. And that's something that I literally just thought of as I'm filming this video, because anxiety is something that bothers me every day of my life, but I'm a strong person and I know I'm going to overcome that. I have so far, 26 years, and I definitely will continue to overcome it and rise up and not let it get the best of me, because I'm better than that. Aren't we all? I just didn't know how to go about it. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know. And I feel like a lot of you guys out there will agree with me. Sometimes when you have anxiety, when you're not having the anxiety, when you're not feeling the emotions, you almost forget what it feels like. It's almost like when you're feeling anxiety and when you're feeling anxious, you feel like it's the end of the world and everything is so dramatic. But then when you aren't feeling anxiety, you almost forget what it feels like to feel that anxiousness. Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers do mukbangs or mukbangs. I don't know what it's called, but anyways. I am home alone tonight, no BF around. So I decided to order myself a panzerotti. Oh my God, are you kidding? So I thought it would be fun for this video if I did a mukbang with my panzerotti and shared my stories with you about anxiety. I also want to say you should grab a snack and snack along with me so that I'm not the only one eating by myself, because that's embarrassing. Basically, if I'm being honest with you guys, I feel like shit right now, so I thought that if I came on here and spent some time with you, maybe I'd feel better. So here's hoping. Before we start with anxiety, why don't I share with you what's on my panzerotti? Bacon, double bacon, cheddar cheese. Am I supposed to talk while I have food in my mouth? I love dipping the panzerotti into sauce. Okay, I hope me eating while I'm talking about this topic doesn't discredit the feelings and everything I'm going to talk about and isn't taken offensively. I feel like talking about anxiety is such a serious topic, and I honestly just feel like crap right now, and I feel like talking about it. And I'm actually in the middle of feeling my anxiety right now, so I feel like I'll be able to explain it better. Anxiety for me stems from, I think, from being a child and not fitting in and being made fun of and being called names and just having that attention on me at all times. I just feel like I've always felt the need to prove myself and to make people like me and to be perfect and all that kind of thing. And in return, I overanalyze everything. I just want everything to be perfect. I want everything to be the way I want it. And my anxiety for myself, even though I know that something is silly or I'm overthinking something, it still feels like the end of the world. Like, for instance, right now, tomorrow is actually my first ever therapist appointment. So in order to get my surgery for my sex reassignment surgery, I need to have two, okay. So in order to have my sex reassignment surgery, I need to have 2 letters of recommendation, one from my doctor and one from a therapist. So tomorrow, I actually have my first ever appointment to go see a therapist. And I am so nervous and anxious about it that it's so silly. Like, I have this fear in my mind that he's not going to credit me for my feelings and that he's not going to give me the letter and then I won't be able to get the surgery. But I know, like, even if that were to happen, I could go somewhere else and get like a letter from somebody else. But like, and I know it's probably not going to happen, like 100% not even going to happen, but just my anxiety is just so overwhelming. I'm off tomorrow and I have to waste my day off to go to this appointment, which sucks on its own because honestly, I wait for my days off because I get to relax and I get to go to bed knowing that I don't have to wake up early and get to just like ease my mind of all my anxiety. Like, every night before I go to bed, I think about all the things I'm gonna do the next day. I think about waking up early and having to do my makeup and having to do my eyebrows and having to, and I know it sounds silly, it sounds ridiculous, it sounds absolutely mentally ridiculous, but it gives me so much anxiety. Like, I can't breathe, I can't, like, I feel sick to my stomach, I feel like I can't breathe. So anyways, and then when I wake up in the morning, I feel like I'm always in a rush because I'll get up early so I can make a smoothie, and I feel like I have to rush to make my smoothie so I can rush to get ready so I'm not late for work because I have to go run and get the bus, and I have to, like, it's just everything I do is so anxious. I'll be at work. I love my job and I love working on my clients. I do eyebrows for clients. I do waxing, tinting, but I will literally be sitting there being like, I hope nobody shows up today. Even though, like, that would be horrible. Why would I work there if nobody showed up? But my anxiety about people showing up and me actually having to interact with these people and do these appointments just takes over, and I get this anxiousness in my stomach. And then when I'm actually with them doing the eyebrows, it's totally fine. Like, who cares? I love what I do and I love interacting with people, and I love, it's almost like the fear, I guess, of being judged, I guess is what it is. The fear of them seeing me and like the possibility of an awkward occurrence. This is a freaking commercial, isn't it? There was an option to do baked or fried, and I chose baked because I don't know if I've ever had a fried panzerotti before. I know that I have to go to my appointment tomorrow by myself because obviously it has to be one-on-one with the doctor. I'm gonna take the subway by myself and I'm gonna go by myself and everything's fine. So I understand all of that, like I get that, like I'm gonna have to go and do these things on my own and I should be able to do these things on my own, and I guess that's really what the problem is I feel like I can't do anything on my own and I rely on help from other people because I'm so shy or anxious. Maybe this whole mukbang thing was a bad idea. So maybe I feel shy and anxious to do things on my own and that gives me a lot of anxiety. I feel like it does actually. Even though I pretend that it doesn't or I try to make it seem like it doesn't. I hate doing things on my own, which is ridiculous. Like, do it. Like, you're a full-grown adult. Like, you should be able to go on your own. But anyway, so I have an appointment tomorrow to go see that doctor, and tonight I was just so excited because I get to actually wake up or sleep in tomorrow. I don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna go by myself, which is totally cool, but I was supposed to see my boyfriend tonight and I was supposed to relax and have a good night with him, and then all of a sudden things went down and he wasn't able to come over and I just completely lost it. Like, I freaked out. Like, I was like, you don't care about me, because if you cared about me, like, you would have rode your bike over here and you would have been here after I got done work, and when I got home you would have been here, because if you cared about me you would have rode your bike, it's not that far. And then he was like, well, then I would have had to ride my bike home and whatever, and he's like apologizing for not being here, but he doesn't understand how much I was actually looking forward to him being here with me to ease my anxiety about tomorrow. Like, now I have to sit here all night by myself just worrying about it, which I'm not going to because I'm going to be watching YouTube and I'm going to be, you know, stress-free and all that kind of stuff. But it's just like, it's a lot. My anxiety. My anxiety causes me to think the worst of everything. So good. So good. Whenever a situation arises, I literally think the worst about it. Every time my mom calls me, for instance, I think that one of the dogs is dead, or that she's dead, or that grandma's dead, or somebody's dying, or she's mad at me for something, or whatever. Authority figures, managers and stuff at work, I feel so anxious around them, and I know like everybody probably does. I work with my best friend, and for the last couple of months, she's a little bit different at work. Like when she's at work, she is kind of in like work mode. I'm pretty much the same at work as I am at home. So I'm kind of like, I'm not anxious in the way that I don't talk to people. I'm anxious in the way that I'm always in my own head. At work, I'll pass by her, and if she doesn't like make eye contact with me, or if she doesn't smile at me or something, I just automatically assume that she's upset with me. And then I'm the type of person where if I'm friends with somebody, I'm always texting them. I'm always conversing with them and like starting the conversation. Like she says it herself. We wouldn't be friends if it wasn't for me like forcing us to be friends. Like, hey, when are you free? Let's hang out. So anyways, there was a couple times where she just wouldn't even like see me pass by, and I just assumed that she was purposely ignoring me, and then she wasn't texting me, which, because I usually text her first and I always make the plan, so then she wasn't making any plans, and I just assumed that like she hated me, and I didn't know why, and I was trying to figure out why. And then I started thinking like maybe she hates me because of my transgender, because not because I'm transgender, but because of everything that I'm going through, and because I complain a lot, and because I'm sad all the time, and because I'm anxious, and maybe she's just sick of fucking hearing my shit. So I started getting upset and like angry, like resentful. So I would stop purposely trying to see if she would look my way. I would just ignore her, and I would just walk on by, and then that probably made her feel like crap too. Then I started thinking like, are we even friends at all? Like, did I lose a friendship over this? Like, is it my fault or is it her fault? And it's like, it's not nobody's fault, but like it is my fault because I'm overthinking things. So like I should just stop overthinking. And like, again, I sit here and I think to myself, why are you overthinking? Like, you know, everything's fine, but my brain has some way of taking the information and just twisting it so much that I believe it. I honestly believe it every time, even though I tell myself no. So I ended up talking to her about it, and she was telling me about how she was depressed, and the difference between that is that when she's depressed, she gets to herself and she doesn't want to talk about anything, and she just wants to be alone, and she hates herself. Whereas my anxiety makes me feel like everybody else is out to get me. So my anxiety makes it seem like this person hates me. This person's ignoring me because they hate me. Did that person really mean what they said, or are they trying to be sarcastic? Oh, that person used that tone with me. They must be fucking pissed at me. This person, whatever. I don't know if this video is a good idea. My anxiety tells me that I'm a bad person, that I use people, that nobody will ever love me, that no relationship lasts forever. So I'll pick apart every little thing that goes wrong with my relationship in general, and I'll find any little thing to get upset with and any little thing to worry about, and I'll worry about it so much that it makes me think that I can no longer have a relationship with these people. My anxiety was making me feel bad about ordering these panzeronis, but honestly, it is so fucking good that like my anxiety can go kiss its own ass, because it's definitely worth the $30. Let me tell you that. Whenever I'm being judged or somebody is talking to me about something that I did wrong, the other day I had my manager come and talk to me about something that I had said at work, a couple of things I had said at work that weren't work appropriate. And while I don't agree, well, I agree that they aren't work appropriate, but I don't agree that I should have had a talking to, because the fact that everybody at my work talks 10 times worse than I do. And I just feel like now that I'm at a comfortable place in my life to be joking about certain things and talking about certain things, that now I'm being judged for it. That's how I feel. So anyways, when she told me this, I totally bawled my face off. And I thought, I can't go back there. These people hate me. They're obviously ganging up on me. They're attacking me. I just freaked out. And then it took me a while to sit down and calm down. And I realized that, you know, I'm sure other people get talked to about the things that they say, and it's like a normal thing. It's a common thing. And again, the things that I was joking about aren't work appropriate, so it was my fault. But instantly my mind goes to this, like, I'm not good enough. I'm this horrible person. And of course, people are attacking me because I'm fucking this hideous monster. Like, you know, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I'm at work, I don't think that I'm doing a good enough job. If I'm with a client, if I'm doing makeup for somebody, if I'm doing their eyebrows, I never think that they like it. I never think that they're happy with it, no matter what. Even though I would say that I'm doing a good job, I never think that they're happy with it. If I'm home, if I'm making this YouTube video, I never think that it's really good. I never think that people are gonna like it. I never think that I'm good enough. I never think that what I'm doing is good enough. I think that I'm lazy. I think that I don't try hard enough. And I think I'm a bad person because I think all of these things. Now I'm sitting here thinking that I'm going to regret making this video and that I'm embarrassed. But you know what? No, this is part of who I am. This is part of how I feel. And I feel like a lot of people, I honestly feel like everybody goes through anxiety at one point in life or another. And I feel like a lot of transgender youth, people, a lot of the transgender community, if not all of the transgender community, goes through anxiety because we feel like we're not accepted or that we don't belong or whatever the case may be. Before I go, I just want to talk about a few of the things that make me feel better about my anxiety. I was actually reading a book. It's called Anxiety Ruins Everything. Sorry, it's over there. I'm not going to get it because I'm lazy. She is so anxious about every little thing, and I thought I was bad. So reading about her and about how bad she feels almost makes me feel better because I'm like, well, at least I don't overanalyze everything to that extent, which makes me feel bad about judging her. Also, like having a little bit of a routine. So knowing that I'm waking up in the morning and I'm going to be able to drink my smoothie because I'm getting up early so I can make my smoothie, drink my smoothie, have all those greens and stuff, take my vitamins, do all those things that are good for me. Little bits of routine here and there help me feel better about myself too. Knowing that I'm going the extra mile to do a little bit of dishes as I make my smoothie that have been sitting there from the night before, or getting like little random things cleaned throughout the house, and knowing that like I don't have anxiety about not doing those things, that helps a lot. My boyfriend introduced me to smoking weed, and honestly, that helps so much. It helps me to just relax. I have anxiety about feeling like I need to do that all the time because honestly, when I do it, I feel so relaxed and I feel so good and I feel so happy. And I think to myself, why don't I just do this every day, all day long? Because then I don't feel anxious. And sometimes I do feel anxious on it, but most of the time I'm fine and I'm so happy. And you know what? Maybe that is my solution, but I don't know. That's something I guess I'll talk to my doctor about tomorrow. So those are the few things that I do to help my anxiety. Obviously, makeup helps a lot. It allows me to forget about other troubles because for the most part, I'm focusing on what I'm doing. I don't know, I guess that's a lie because I always think a lot when I'm doing my makeup too, but it does make me feel better about interacting with others and stuff like that. So makeup does help and getting myself ready does help. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I'm not too depressing for you. Hope you enjoyed this mukbang. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you can relate to any of the things that I've said in this video. Let me know if you think I'm absolutely crazy. Let me know if you know of anything that can help. If you enjoyed this mukbang, mukbang, let me know in the comments down below because maybe I'll do more. I hope you guys are having a good day. If you're suffering through anxiety like I am, I wish you good luck, and I hope you know that you are amazing and you're worth everything, and you're not alone, because I know it fucking sucks. It does. But I also know that we're stronger than this, and we will get through it, and we will triumph over evil, and we will get the job done. So I hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys are having a good day. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and stuff down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.